Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I hope everybody's doing well out there today. Haven't done a video for a couple of weeks. I haven't really gotten any new records to show. But I have a friend who used to live here in New Hampshire, right next door to Maine, obviously. And we became friends. He moved to North Carolina, and we continued to send records back and forth. I would find things I have as a double or something that I wasn't really into. I knew he would be. He's more a country guy than I am. And then he would send me stuff back and forth. So last week I received something from him, and I said, oh, this is something I've really been looking forward to fill in my collection, and maybe I should do a quick video of this particular artist. So the artist is Steve Earle, and this is by no means a complete discography of Steve Earle. I have a number of his albums, but missing a lot of his records. He put out a lot of stuff. It's not comprehensive, but it's what I have. First album I have by Steve is Steve Earle and the Dukes, Exit Zero, and this is from 1987. A good album, but I still think he's still trying to find his voice on this record, on the MCA Rainbow label. Steve, a good album, but not. I think, like I said, I think he's still trying to find his voice. A couple of good songs: "Nowhere Road," "Sweet Little 66," "San Antonio Girl." I mean, it's certainly not a bad album, but hadn't really come onto his own then. The next album I have is the one I just got from my friend in North Carolina, and this is the album where Steve really flourishes and becomes who he became, Steve Earle. And this, of course, is his album, Copperhead Road, which I've been looking for forever. I had it on CD for years and been looking for a decent copy on vinyl. And my buddy Ernest down in North Carolina was lucky enough to find one and send it off to me. This came out in 1988, I think it says there. I mean, amazing. Copperhead Road, Snake Oil, The Devil's Right Hand, Johnny Come Lately, Waiting on You, Once You Love, Nothing But a Child. Just great, great singer-songwriter material. Country rock, hard country rock, just fantastic. Great storyteller, as I love about him. He's a real storyteller, and I love story songs. So yeah, Copperhead Road, Steve Earle. Next album he had out, or next one I have, is from 1997, and it is El Corazon. Beautiful record. There's Steve. And this album has Christmas Time in Washington, Tannytown, I Still Carry You Around, Telephone Road, You Know the Rest, Poison Lovers, Fort Worth Blues. Even has a poster suitable for framing. And let's see, comes with a lyric sheet. If you didn't watch my videos before, you know I love the lyric sheets. I love to be able to read along with the record, at least the first time I hear the record. I love to be able to read along and actually understand what the person is talking about. And a beautiful label, which I love this label. He always has nice, interesting labels. There's the heart, El Corazon. So yeah, so the great Steve Earle, El Corazon. Next record he came out with, another great album. I think he has the same, I don't know who the artist is. I should have looked this up first, but he has an artist who does most of his covers. And this is Transcendental Blues. And this is from 2000. 2-record set. Gatefold. And again with the beautiful label. Always an interesting special label he does. Yeah, he did a number of 2 LP set albums. He had a lot to say, and this is a beautiful record. On here he has Transcendental Blues, Everyone's in Love with You, Another Town, The Boy Who Never Cried, Lonelier Than This, I Don't Want to Lose You Yet, Until the Day I Die, All My Life. Just great stuff. So yeah, Steve Earle, Transcendental Blues. Then he started recording with the Dukes, Steve Earle and the Dukes. This album is from 2015, and this is Terraplane. I haven't really listened to this as much as I should. As I was pulling these records out, I said, I don't know this one as well as I should. I got to give this a couple more spins. But yeah, from 2015, Terraplane on New West Records. Again with the great photo there, or compilation of pictures. There's Steve, and with lyrics on the back. And again with the just the New West, it's on New West Records, so there's a basic New West label. So again, this one, like I said, I don't know as well as I should, so I'm going to give this another spin later on today. And yeah, so to dig into it a little deeper. Around this time, right after that, I went to see Steve Earle here in Portland, and 2017, and this is his album, So You Wanna Be an Outlaw, and he signed it for me. Can't really tell, it's sort of a scrawl right there, that black scrawl. That's supposed to be his signature, or is his signature. I was there when he signed it. But there were a lot of people waiting, so he didn't really get a chance to say anything. He just sort of scrawled his name and moved on to the next customer, the next person there. This was after the show, so he was a little bit beat and tired, but it was a great show. Nothing special about this. This is on the Warner Brothers, the old label redone. Brian from Shamrock and Records and I went together to see that show here at the State Theater in Portland, Maine, and we had great seats, and Steve really tore it up that night. It was freaking awesome. Great show. All right, after that, we move on. If I can get this in there. There we go. Then for a number of albums, Steve did tributes to friends who had come before or he knew who recorded music. I don't know if his songwriting skills abandoned him for a while or what the deal was, but a number of albums of tributes to other writers. And this one I love is called Guy Clark, outlaw country singer, songwriter, good friend of Steve's. Put out this beautiful album. This is with Steve Earle and the Dukes again. There's Steve and Guy, and there's Steve. Another 2-record set. This one's on blue vinyl. Again with a beautiful label. Again, I don't really care that much about the blue vinyl, but nowadays, since the quality of the pressings are pretty similar between colored and black, it really doesn't matter which one you get. So you grab the one that's most convenient for you. I'm just going to show this little label because I love the labels on this. And this is the album Guy. So there, Guy Clark. If you don't know Guy Clark, you should definitely dig into him. I have a number of his albums, and whenever I see anything by Guy Clark, I always grab it. A great singer-songwriter. Right around this time, this is actually from 2021, unfortunately, Steve Earle's son, Justin Townes Earle, passed away. And Steve did this album, a tribute to his son, JT. Steve. These are all Justin Townes Earle songs. You know most of these songs. If you know Justin Townes Earle, you know most of these songs. The last song is Last Words, which is a song that the only song Steve wrote on the album. Just a tearjerker and it rips your heart out. It's just like so sad. He talked to him literally a day or two before he passed away on the phone, and the song is about his last conversation with his son. There's that same bird logo. But a great album, definitely recommend picking that up. And there are a bunch out. He put an album of Jerry Jeff Walker songs, which I don't have, and a number of others. But love Steve Earle. Justin Townes Earl, unfortunately, like I said, passed away. I think it was drugs and alcohol at a fairly young age. Really a shame. His albums are really hard to find, but a local place, Newberry Comics, started putting out re-releases of some of his albums. So I saw when they were doing it, I ran out and grabbed them. So I was really happy to find this one from Justin Townes Earl, Midnight at the Movies. And this is on clear vinyl, as you can see, but nice label. And this is a really good album. Justin is a great songwriter. And hey, we have Midnight at the Movies, They Killed John Henry, Mama's Eyes, Black Eyed Susie, Halfway to Jackson, Walk Out, Here You Go, Here We Go Again. Some really good stuff. Really happy to add this to the collection. Justin Townes Earl. Saw Justin Townes Earl in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Had to be 12 years ago, 14 years ago. Went down with a friend. Really good show. The only thing that really sort of bothered me about the show, it was him and I want to say a cello player, a woman playing cello. That's all I can really remember. But during the show, I'm going, there's another guitar that I don't see. And I think they were playing with a recorded guitar in the back, which sort of annoyed me. But so it goes. That's how they do things nowadays. But it was still a great show. He gave a great performance. And one of the other records that came out recently from Newberry Comics was my favorite album by him. And that's Harlem River Blues, which no matter how good Midnight at the Movies is, this is even better. This is my favorite album by him. Harlem River Blues, One More Night in Brooklyn, Working for the MTA, Christ Church Woman, Harlem River Blues Reprise, just also on clear vinyl. And nothing special about the label, but I'll show that anyway. But yeah, what do they say here? Clear vinyl, limited to 500 printings. So really happy to add this to the collection. Again, one of my favorite albums. And then I picked up this a while ago. Again, I haven't listened to this all that much, and I have to spend more time with it. And it's his album, Kids in the Street. This is from 2017. It's a regular New West Records label. And I see that on Record Store Day, Black Friday, in about 2 weeks, there's going to be his first album, Yuma, being re-released on vinyl. So that's high on my list of things to buy at Record Store Day. Also, there's going to be a live album by him. I'm sort of hesitant on live albums. I've seen so much stuff that come out that is quality is, but they release it because they have them and people want them. I'm sort of getting gun shy on some of those newly discovered live recordings that they've been bringing out. But we'll see. I'll see what people say about it. Maybe I'll pop for that also. Okay, so that's Steve and Justin Townes Earl. Hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. But if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that little bell. I'm taking off a week from Wednesday. We're going to London for 5 days. So I hope to do some record digging in London. And I'll show you what I got when I get back. Okay, hey, until next time, thanks for watching and peace.